Can I be real or is it boring? To give you a piece of mind, cause mine is so enormous. Way past the norm, man.
What up, Del? It's that nigga mom, man. And we were just reacting to a channel that I found, man. And I was binge watching a lot of this shit last night. The name of this channel is Kenny Petrovic. I'm looking at this. Those statistics are interesting, but like all statistics, they are also irrelevant. Okay. But this dude, man, he revealed some shit on Grand Theft Auto 4 I ain't know about. You know, certain shit I just didn't, you know, I still play Grand Theft Auto 4. I got it on my Xbox. And I actually started what's that? A playthrough. A storyline playthrough. But I just stopped playing it because I wasn't getting that much traction on the shit that I was dropping. And I was dropping it on Twitch because my Xbox, it ain't like the PlayStation. You know, PlayStation, I can go straight, boom, and it goes straight to fucking YouTube. But on the Xbox, it don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Which is fucking stupid to me. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, it don't do that. So, I just have to play it off the, well, I ain't got it on PlayStation 5. I only played on Twitch. That's it. You feel me? And I don't know how to really run Twitch like that. I'm going to be a humbug. But some of these things that they was up there showing, let me see. That's just watched. But some of the shit I watched yesterday, like, let me see. We about to see one of them right
In Grand Theft Auto 4, when we are introduced to Phil Bell, one thing becomes immediately clear. He is paranoid, not in a cartoonish way, but in a grounded, realistic sense. The Alderney families are under pressure, federal investigations are tightening, and alliances are fragile. Phil constantly talks about wiretaps, surveillance vans, helicopters watching from above. He never fully relaxes. Players assume this paranoia exists only for cutscenes, just character flavor to build atmosphere. But Rockstar went further, and almost nobody notices it. Now Phil's caution is justified within the narrative. But what's impressive is how that personality trait extends into gameplay mechanics. Whenever Phil gets into the passenger seat and asks Nico to drive him somewhere, he is not just delivering dialogue. The game is quietly tracking how you drive. Most of us speed through Liberty City. We run red lights, cut through traffic, and mount sidewalks. Because of that, we rarely hear anything unusual from Phil. Rockstar understood typical player behavior. They knew most players would drive aggressively and ignore traffic rules. But if you choose to drive carefully, something changes. If you stop at red lights and follow traffic laws, Phil will acknowledge your caution and show a degree of approval.
The feds will be looking for a fast car. Good work. That's why you gotta...
These details would make Grand Theft Auto 4, bro, is neck and neck with San Andreas. I gotta say that. San Andreas, I want to say it's the greatest game they ever came out with. But the realism, the attention to detail in Grand Theft Auto 4 is amazing. Once we talking about next generation game, because when Grand Theft Auto 4 came out, nigga, every Grand Theft Auto that ever came out, bro, I was on it. Like, bro, not the first one. I wasn't really on it like that. My aunt gave it to me. Second one, I wasn't really on it like that. It was just like, okay, it's fun, above head view, it's different. You know, you running around shooting shit. When 3 came out, that shit blew my mind, nigga. And every Grand Theft after 3, I was anticipating that shit. Now this 6th one, I'm not even anticipating it as much because it's been, the anticipation been so long, I'm not even anticipating it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Nigga living life, got bills to pay and shit. So but growing up, I could anticipate it because I ain't had no bills to worry about. You know what I'm saying? All I had to worry about, nigga, was what I was gonna do for the day. I ain't have to worry about shit but that. But in adulthood, I can't wait till 6 come out. But I'm not anticipating like those other games because I can damn near predict when they go coming out. It was always in like November or September, bro. Like around that time when Grand Theft Auto was coming out. I was like, yeah, Grand Theft Auto, boom, it's coming out, boom. I just knew it. With this one, couldn't predict it. This shit took 20 years? How long this shit? It's a long fucking time, bro. I was still in school, high school, when 5 came out. When 5 came out, I was in high school. I ran a mile to buy it because I knew the line was gonna be long, and I pre-ordered it. And I never pre-ordered a game before or after that.
Go slow.
And if you drive slowly and steadily, even without...
Let me stop. I did pre-order an Xbox 360 because when PSP first came out, I got it. In the first week I had that motherfucker, I fell down some steps with that bitch and broke it. And I took it back to GameStop, and you know how they do. I did the trade-in value, and it went towards a Xbox 360. Then we know what happened with that. I was one of the few motherfuckers that got the red ring of death.
Without perfectly obeying every signal, he may remark that taking it easy is a smart move.
Good speed to blend in, Nico.
In Grand Theft Auto 4, when we are introduced to Phil Bell,
So that was great. I gave y'all a little story time. Because Grand Theft Auto, nigga, this was throughout my life, bro.
in Spec Ops The Line, when
Check it out.
in Grand Theft Auto...
Oh, excuse me. But I have thousands of hours of realize Nico when he...
Auto 4, we often admire how intelligently the police react when chasing us through Liberty City. They coordinate patrol cars and try to box you in rather than simply follow in a straight line. Also during gunfights, Nico dynamically adjusts his stance, leans into cover, and changes posture depending on the weapon he is holding. Yet there is a tiny detail that most players never notice during usage of weapons. The reason we miss it is simple. When aiming a weapon, our camera sits behind Nico's shoulder.
No, I understood that. I've been through that because when Fire came out, it was off to me for a while. I didn't like Fire for a minute when it first came out because I was so used to the realism of the driving on here. I didn't like 5's driving. You know what I'm saying? 5 driving it's just wacky. It's just turn like that. Like it ain't no fluid motion like a actual car would move. Like you turn that bitch in, the wheel here and and the car kind of like shift a bit from the tire. That one on 4, you was doing that. I could never forget this one time, dog. It was a trick move by mistake, right? And it wasn't even the trick move because I hit somebody, right? And you know that one block where it's a whole bunch of hills and shit? I hit somebody. Boom. He went up in the sky. And I went in the car, hit him again in the sky. He bounced up and landed on top of the car. This shit was crazy. Me and my cousin saying that shit. We like, oh! And this was before, screen record and all that shit. So we just witnessed it ourselves.
Our line of sight is fixed forward. We focus on enemies, not on his face. But Rockstar still animated something incredibly subtle. To see it, you need to visit a public restroom somewhere in the city. These mirrors render Nico's live animations. Stand in front of one with a weapon drawn and look closely before aiming. Then raise your weapon and aim directly at the mirror. Now watch Nico's eyes. When aiming most firearms without scopes, Nico closes one eye as he lines up a shot. It is a small but deliberate animation choice. Cycle through pistols, assault...
See, those little details, I really...
In Spec Ops The
Line,
in Call of Duty... In Grand Theft Auto 4, one overlooked detail is not in a major mission or some cutscene. It happens during free roam in small interactions.
Okay, yeah. This part I ain't paying attention to, and there's a great attention to detail from Rockstar. When you come out the hospital or something bad that happened to Nico, his attitude changed. So...
When Nico Bellic pulls out a weapon and threatens random NPCs, he talks to them, and what he says depends on his current state. Normally, while roaming around Liberty City, if you aim a gun at pedestrians, Nico delivers sarcastic and sometimes darkly humorous lines.
I grew up in the war. This means nothing. Hey, it's an ugly city, my friend. I'm not going to think twice about using this.
However, this changes after Nico dies and respawns outside a hospital. For a short period after leaving the hospital, Nico's tone seems angry. If you aim a weapon at pedestrians during this window, his lines become noticeably harsher. The humor disappears. He sounds frustrated and aggressive.
Very great.
Despite being familiar with...
What happens when you don't...
In Grand Theft Auto 4, after Nico deals with Vlad... In Grand Theft Auto 4, Liberty... In Grand Theft Auto 4...
But as far as that Payto, that was the last one, the video I had scrolled past. I knew that when you get on a motorcycle, you go through the walkway and go back to the regular lane. You do it right, no stars. You know what I'm saying? But this right here,
Close quarters combat has always felt different from other GTA titles. Gunfights inside apartments, stairwells, and narrow hallways feel heavy and grounded. In such missions, players often default to an SMG because it feels safe and reliable. Others prefer the shotgun because of its raw damage and the way enemies ragdoll backward under its impact. Normally, a pump shotgun in GTA 4 is balanced by speed, but there is a strange behavior that can completely change how it functions. If you use the pump shotgun and rapidly press the crouch button while firing, the animation timing can break. Instead of waiting for the full pump cycle to finish, the weapon begins firing repeatedly with no delay. It turns from a heavy, close-range tool into something that feels like a continuous barrage of shell.
I'm glad he taught me that glitch, cause I'm about to go play that. I'm gonna play that shit soon. I got my controller right here. I'm gonna get ready to hop on, play probably a little later though, after a couple videos. But yeah, so with this channel, man, go check them out, bro.
In Grand Theft Auto,
covering Red Dead Redemption, all that shit.
In Grand Theft Auto.
With that being said, like and subscribe. Go check out their channel, man. Kenny Petrovic, because that's what I'm really doing, highlighting Kenny's page. Cause I'm checking it out, so shit, y'all can watch it with me. So with that being said, like, subscribe, just, you know, share, so we can hit the 100K today. Stay peaceful, productive, and positive. It's that nigga Mind, and much love.
Can I be real or is it boring? To give you a peace of mind, cause mine is so enormous. Way past the norm, Norman, while you're conforming. Like comforting mattresses that comfort them when torment snoring. Like you in your own home without home phone. I'm more like E.T., got a phone home past the moon. It's not a movie, I'm about to fly past it soon. Spiritually,